Yeah, let's get into Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks because especially with what I've been seeing from preseason with Cooper Flagg, I like I just like this team even more now than I did before. I like them even already. Flagg will probably be the most healthy of the trio of him, AD, of course, and Kyrie. So he will get a chance to shine on both sides of the floor. Yeah, but Flagg's game, this is the thing with Flagg's game. Flagg's game is a game that it can, like if he needs to be a third option, especially in his rookie year, his game can adjust to that without a doubt. It definitely can. Now, I do think that he is almost like Jason Tatum to me, where Jason Tatum, especially coming out, he was a guy that definitely can play on a team, can play on a system where he doesn't have to be one of the main guys. But then if he needs to be one of the main guys, he actually had those capabilities. In 2018, I mean, we remember what he did in 2018 in the playoffs against LeBron and how he was able to step up. But throughout the season, he didn't really do that consistently, mainly because of the other guys on the team. But Cooper Flagg, it's almost the same exact thing. And the great thing about Cooper Flagg is the size that he has, which is going to give them a bunch of versatility on the floor, along with the defense. And as long as he's shot making, which I do believe he will be able to with, steady three-point shooter, being able to generate his own plays every now and then, that's really all they need. We have an Anthony Davis where, again, hopefully he's healthy. We have an Anthony Davis who's going to be playing the 4. And Anthony Davis is going to be playing the 4-man spot. That's his natural position. He's going to sit here and, he's going to anchor that defense so well, especially with Gafford and Lively, man. They're going to do such a tremendous job together. I'm actually very excited. One of the things I'm very excited to see with this Dallas Mavericks crew is how that defense is going to look. And I believe that defense is definitely going to be top 2 to top 3 defense in the league, because you have solid bigs in Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, and now you have Anthony Davis there who's going to be anchoring them. But then Cooper Flagg with his versatility, I mean, it's been great. Like in the preseason, one of the great things that he's been showing in the preseason is his versatility in defense, his ability to do some chase down blocks, to recover very well, and not really get picked apart. Defensively, just a good one-on-one defender. That versatility that he has, it's strong. It's strong for the Dallas Mavericks. It's needed for the Dallas Mavericks, especially when Kyrie Irving comes back, right? Kyrie Irving, where he's not like how do I say this? It's not like as bad as a liability as like everyone else you would think, but again, you would need some defense to make up for a guy like Kyrie Irving, right? And what they have right now, I mean, it's a great nucleus to have around that, but he has a great offense where it's complemented very well with the co-stars that he's around. So when Kyrie comes back, where this is around January, February, my goodness. So they're going to have a long time. January, February is crazy. But they're going to have the first few months of Cooper Flagg getting settled in, of Cooper Flagg playing and getting comfortable in the NBA. And then Kyrie's going to be integrated in January, February, which is enough time for them to get ready for the postseason. I believe so. Like him coming back January, February, that should be more than enough time for everyone to start getting adjusted. And listen, the Dallas Mavericks have a star for a very long time. The Dallas Mavericks, they got very lucky in the draft. Very lucky. I have not seen luck like this ever in my life. You literally trade Luka Dončić because he's fat, because he was fat and out of shape. If we're gonna boil it down to what Nico Harrison was saying, if we're really going to boil it down to why he got traded, Nico Harrison is just pushing the idea. Yeah, I mean, just pay attention to what he's saying, bro. His words, it literally just sounds to me, it just sounds like, yeah, we trade this guy because he's fat and out of shape and he doesn't play defense. So let's just get rid of him. That's crazy. Nico Harrison is crazy, bro. Like he literally traded him for those reasons. And defense wins championships. It's just what crazy. He just traded a superstar like that. So they got very lucky with Cooper Flagg and being able to get this pick for him. And I'm very excited how this guy's career is going to look. KG-esque. Kevin Garnett-esque. I'm not going to hold you. This is a KG guy. And I think he has the capability of being a top 5, maybe even top 1 player in the league. if everything goes right. But I do think he'll probably be a top 5, top 10 player within the next 3 to 4 years, without a doubt in my mind. Without a doubt in my mind. Because the tools are there. The tools are there. They're without a doubt there. And we're seeing Victor and his ascension very fast. Victor's ascension has been moving amazingly quick. I think Cooper Flagg with the Dallas Mavericks, where he can learn under Kyrie Irving, because Victor's learning it all on his own, right? He's learning it all on his own. His coach, Ricardo and Greg Popovich, the team has really been not too many vets because they've been trash ever since DeMar DeRozan got traded. So a lot of this is he's figuring out on the fly. But he's under the tutelage of some vets like Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, where it's kind of the best of both worlds, where he can pick apart and learn defense from Anthony Davis, how to be more versatile, what's the things to key in and look out for, and at the same time learn some things offensively from Kyrie Irving. This is a perfect setting for a young player like this in Cooper Flagg. I'm going to be honest, this is a perfect setting for him. This is a perfect setting to start his career, perfect setting to learn from his vets, and perfect setting to compete, play at high levels, to compete at a high level on a team, and not just, you know what, I'm just out here doing whatever, you know? Because a lot of times that's what happens in the NBA. That happened with Victor and even LeBron. You're on the Spurs, you're on the Cavs, they've been trash, and what do? You're just out there just trying to figure it out, which I think that you can learn from that as well, but it's like this is a good balance. I think ideally with young players, this is an ideal way to learn. Patrick Mahomes, great example of this. Patrick Mahomes came in and he sat a year to Alex Smith, and they had a good lineup. You had Kareem Hunt that year. Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill was on the crew with Alex Smith, and he learned under that. He's seen what happened in a year, and guess what? The very next year, MVP. MVP in his first year start. First year start, MVP. Now, I'm just drawing a correlation there of learning, maybe not taking as much of a step forward as like a Victor or LeBron, but learning from these guys and having that tutelage is definitely key. And an ideal spot for a young player like Cooper Flagg to be on this crew. And man, listen, if everything goes well, this team can beat anybody. I need people to understand that. Kyrie comes back healthy. AD's playing his natural position. Cooper Flagg over here cooking. Dog, this is a scary crew. This is a scary crew of what they can do and what they can be. And I'm very excited to see what can happen with this, guys. Right? Yeah. And I think he's going to change the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, Dallas Mavericks has been on a good trajectory already, but he's going to be a guy that they can lean on. He's going to be a guy that they can lean on for a while. I'm very excited to see what they can do. Dallas, without a doubt, making the playoffs. Without a doubt. Can they beat OKC? I'm not going to lie. I am not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. They have the pieces to beat Oklahoma City. Without a doubt in my mind, they have the pieces. Let's look at the roster. Now, would I bet money? Would I gamble and probably put a lot of faith that they would? Nah, because I think there's still a lot of things to see. But when I look at the roster they have, because they still got Klay Thompson, who's still a solid shooter. You got Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg. They got D'Angelo Russell. All right, guys, listen. As bad as D'Lo has been on the Lakers, listen, like he has to. There's no way. Like D'Lo, he's 29 years old. He definitely has some talent. Like, come on, dog. Like, there's no way you can't be like a viable six man. There's no way. There's just no way. And D'Lo was bad in Brooklyn last year. I mean, it was bad. It was bad on Brooklyn and even bad on the Lakers last year. But bro, you're 29. You're in your prime. Like, man, I can go, okay, you had a bad season. Just be a six man. Be a six man, D'Lo. Right? They're going to need you a bit in the beginning of the year, right? I think that'll be good for your self-esteem and everything. But, dog, they just need you to be a good six man for this crew. Please, I am begging you. Dog. Just be a good six man for this crew. They have Caleb Martin. They have D'Lo. They have Kyrie, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington. It's not a bad crew. They still got like Max Christie, Jaden Hardy. Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks definitely they definitely can beat OKC. I do believe they have those pieces. They have a bit of depth that they can work with. And let's get this one thing straight. OKC is not like this unbeatable team. Everyone did the same thing with the Celtics last year. They did the same thing with the Celtics last year. Oh, the Celtics a super team. Oh, they're not gonna lose. Oh, this, that. Oh, this, that. They're just too good. It's a super team all over again. And guess what? They lost. They were losing. The Pacers was cooking them. Crazy, bro. The Pacers was cooking them. So I'm not hearing this. I'm not hearing this that Oklahoma City is just unbeatable and everything. I'm not hearing that same thing that we were hearing with the Celtics last year. You feel me? This is one of the teams that can do it. This is without a doubt a team that can do this. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And yeah, do I power play with Dirk, Luka, and Flagg and Kyrie? Wild. Wow. And Caleb Martin. Yeah, Caleb Martin on the crew is definitely – that's an underrated pickup. Caleb Martin is actually a very underrated pickup, mainly because – so last year he was hurt, which I didn't understand why you acquiring a guy who's hurt and Quentin Grimes who's helping y'all out. But if you're looking for next year, I can get that a little bit, right? Caleb Martin, versatile, bit of a defender, not too much, but a bit of a defender, bit of versatility, but just a shot maker. He can be a nice, solid shot maker for your crew. Nice role player off the bench. He has size on him, which keeps y'all versatile. With PJ Washington, this is a very big lineup. And again, guys, D'Lo. I think D'Lo's going to be an X factor here. D'Lo's without a doubt going to be an X factor here. D'Lo. You have got to be a viable option. Please, you have got to be. As long as you a viable six-man off the bench, I believe this team can go very far. But he has got to be that. You're going to be starting a bit for the beginning of the year. You get your routine, you get your habits, you build your self-esteem, and then when Kyrie comes in, you take that step back and you keep that confidence high, man. Just keep that confidence high. That's all you got to keep the confidence high. You 29 years old, man. You're not old. You're not washed. You in your prime. Let's make this happen. I'm all for players playing great, man. Make this happen, bro. Make this a thing. Make dreams reality, bro.